Did you know that when the Explorer came out, it was pretty extreme and way ahead of its time? As you can imagine, back in 1958, this design would come across somewhat futuristic, perhaps keeping up with the contours and designs of the cars at the time for inspiration. Both the V and the Explorer came out at the same time for a total double whammy of outside-the-box guitar designs. So this got me thinking, why is this guitar always thought of like, as a rock or a metal guitar? Like, can it do more than rock? I play a variety of styles, and I really would like to see if this would serve as a great humbucker model to my collection. Now here at Gibson, we offer a few different models of Explorers, ranging from Epiphone all the way up to Custom Shop. And I thought it would be helpful to take a look at what sets these different offerings apart from each other. Now later in the video, I'm going to show you something really cool and important. It's something that one of our Epiphone models and one of our high-end Custom Shop models both have in common. It's really going to blow your mind. But real quick, before we get there, if you want to learn more about this instrument, like the history or, the artist that played it and made it famous, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on videos, because we're going to be coming out with a history of an Explorer video that's going to be coming soon. Personally, I think it's a great addition for any collection. I mean, having a humbucker guitar in general is an absolute must for any guitarist. It's a piece of history, and I kind of like the idea of playing something that's like not rock and metal with the guitar like this, just because of the visual wow factor. If you're a metal player and you want the classic vibe and look and feel, this is the guitar. I mean, everything from 70s glam rock to Metallica. For you rockers out there, get the Freebird on. And if you're a big Edge fan, he played one of these. It's a fantastic piece to have in general. The shape really lends itself to an overall presence, like I said, and it just looks really great on stage. It's just a must-have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cycle through these guitars. We'll start with the Epiphones and we'll work all the way up to Custom Shop. I'll call out a few key differences between each product. And if you want full specs, pricing, and availability, you can click on the links below in the description. It'll take you right to our website for all that info and availability and pricing. So let's start off with the Epiphone. This is from the original designer collection, Ebony here. This is going to come in under $1,000, really affordable. My gear right now, I'm using the Mesa Boogie Mark 7. I'm going to be running through the 3 channels. I'll have a clean setup and a crunch and then a high gain. I'm also using a couple of Maestro pedals. I'll be using the Discover Delay, the Comet Chorus, and a little bit of the Mariner Tremolo. Super nice. You've got the slim profile neck here, and then Grover mini tuners on the back, 18:1 ratio, so everything's going to be nice and tight on the tuning. ProBucker 2 and 3, which is basically Epiphone's version of the burst buckers, and the 3 is going to be a little bit hotter. These are still Alnico magnets, of course. A little hotter on the bridge, which is nice. CTS pots, really good for the taper. Really good for an accurate response, and they're just longer lasting. So yeah, great stuff. Great instrument for under $1,000. I mean, you can't go wrong. Great looks. It's just the original in a much affordable, much more accessible price point. Let's move on to the modern designer collection, and we'll take a look at the Prophecy Extura. So here's where we take the Explorer design and we hot rod it. Okay, the Prophecy Extura. This is in yellow tiger aged gloss. I mean, look at the top. That's killer. That is a AAA flame veneer maple top. You're only going to see that kind of stuff on, more expensive premium models. So it's nice that you are going to get a great top every time with these, you know, accessible price pointed models. So let's take a listen. Yeah, super mean. I mean, what you're hearing right now is the Fishman Fluence pickups. So this model does feature active pickups. What's cool about this is that there's 3 sounds or voices. You've got your modern pickup sound, and then you've got your classic, you know, humbucker sound. And then you've also got the ability to split and get into single coil mode. So essentially what that means is multiple styles, different tones, all out of one guitar. The neck, super comfy. Asymmetrical slim taper neck. You do get the Grover locking tuners. I will tell you the biggest deal about locking tuners, quicker string changes, because you're not having to like sit there and wind, you know, a bunch of winds around the string post. It's just throw it in there, lock it, and then tune it to pitch. Other thing I want to point out real quick, this guitar had some great non-metal tones as well. I was playing the neck pickup earlier and just some blues stuff, and check it out. So yeah, just a ton of great sounds out of one instrument. I mean, the sharp looks here, of course, just great, just super great. Now over to the Inspired by Gibson collection, the 1958 Korina. Here is where you're gonna see a model that has been made in real close collaboration with the custom shop. So you're gonna get some of those high-end premium features as well on this model as you would see on the higher end stuff. Let's check it out. Really nice. The Korina just has something special about it. You know, there's like a chime, there's like a mid-range creaminess. This model is featuring an all Korina neck and body, so you can really see all that in the grain. Burstbucker 2 and 3 in this one, so you get those high-end pickups as well. Really nice. Long neck tenon. What that basically means is there's a longer piece of wood going in here that attaches the neck to the body, overall giving you more sustain and resonance, just like they were made back in the 58. Let's hear a little bit more. Really cool, and again, that Epiphone price point, we're still under the $1,500 mark on these. That's incredible. So yeah, just great. Let's go over to the USA offerings. Okay, USA Original Collection, the 70s Explorer. Great guitar. This is the white here. You know, think of the glam rock days in the 70s when the riffs and the guitar stuff just started getting bigger and bolder, just like the design of this guitar. We got a slim taper neck, feels nice and comfy, nitro finish, so the wood gets to have its natural breathing. It'll age a little bit more naturally and gracefully over the time of you playing it. Let's check it out. These are the 70s tribute pickups in there. A little hotter for the time, especially. You know, think at that time, the hotter pickups were needed because those amps weren't really overdriving as overdrive happens today with the, you know, master volume circuits and preamp distortion. So those hotter pickups really did make a big difference back then. You know, you get the Nashville Tunematic bridge, the aluminum stop tailpiece, the CTS pots, you get the orange drop caps, so premium electronics. Comes with a hard shell case. Great guitar for around that $2,500 mark, if not a little bit less. And it just represents that golden era of when this thing really came to life. Now on to the 80s Explorer and this awesome ebony finish. We went with the 80s tribute pickups, a little bit bigger and bolder than the previous model. But yeah, in the black, nice and sleek. You'll notice the control layout here. It's not 3 in a line, but now we have the volumes here and the tone. Let's check it out. You can really hear the difference in the pickups from the last model. There's a little bit more push, especially in the leads. Really dig that. That's just great. Very cool. Again, around the $2,500 mark, you can't go wrong with the ebony finish on this one. Okay, next up here, this beautiful Custom Explorer in ebony. Here's where things really step up on the appointments. You're going to see the binding on the neck and body, all gold hardware here. You got the Grovers. This neck profile is a bit chunkier than the slim, but I do enjoy it. It's a nice fatty neck. And again, with that binding, it really keeps things comfortable. And you'll see the pearl appointments here as well. Really nice. Let's check it out. Really nice neck pickup. Super nice, just warm, big. Now those are a little bit different pickups. Those are the 490Rs in the neck and the 498T in the bridge. You're also going to get the ABR1 bridge, which goes directly into the body for a little bit more sustain there and resonance. CTS pots, and it's going to include a case and COA. Just real regal looking guitar. Really nice. Okay, moving on to the cream of the crop, we've got the Custom Shop 1958 Korina. So as you know, with the Custom Shop stuff, you're going to be getting historically accurate representations of these models, down to the plastics, the hardware, you name it, the specs, etc., etc. All Korina, neck and body on this, just fantastic. I mean, the wood grain alone, just killer. It's going to be a 50s profile, vintage 50s profile neck here. It's comfy. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than a slim neck, but man, it's just super easy to grab. Let's check it out. That neck pickup's super creamy. Man, the Korina really shines. You know, it's got that chime, it's got that smooth mid-range. You're hearing the custom buckers on this, you know, so that's going to be our higher end pickups. You've got 500K CTS vintage taper pots and the phone book cap capacitor, the paper and wax capacitor in the tone here. That was period correct at that time. Slightly darker, slightly warmer than an orange drop. Let me just go through that real quick so you can hear that. Here's the clean neck pickup. Here's that about at 5. You know, just enough to take off that little bite on the top. All the way up. Now, when I play something with some crunch, that's really going to help if you happen to have like a bright amp or just a bright tone in general. And then when I roll that back, so it's more than just, you know, taking the high end off. It really kind of makes everything a little bit creamier as well, just much more usable. You're going to also notice with these, you're going to get, just like everything else period correct, you're going to get a period correct case as well. So again, cream of the crop, you know, these are going to be in the $10,000 range, but you know, if you try looking for a vintage one, I guarantee you it's going to be a little bit more than that. So if you want to get closer to the real deal, this is the axe for you. So remember, if you want to check out full specs, availability and pricing on any of those models, all the links are going to be below in the description to everything that we're using here, the amp, the pedals, and all the different guitars. Now, real quick, I want to do a comparison side by side. I want to play them as quick back to back, playing the same thing, so you can figure out for yourself which one you like best. Make sure to comment below what you thought was your favorite. I'm real curious to know. Let's start with the Epiphone. Okay, so back to the little bonus that we were talking about earlier. There are two guitars in this line that share a common thing. The Custom Shop Korina and the inspired by Gibson Epiphone Korina. So again, you heard the difference of how special the Korina hardwood was. There's that little mid-range creaminess. There's also that chime in the highs. I mean, again, the most expensive to one of the most affordable guitars, and then again, sharing that simple, special tone wood. If you want to find out more about this awesome instrument and how it can hold up to other Gibson humbucker giants in our collection, you're going to want to check out our comparison video where we take an Explorer and play it versus an SG, a Les Paul, and even a 335. That link is in the description below. If you enjoyed that video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel. It'll keep you up to date on future videos. Thanks for watching.